Welcome to Kyle App presented by Agnox. My name is Tom Ag and I'm joined by Billy and Agjack. It is National Championship Week, our last show of the football season. Thank God Texas isn't it.
No, we're not hearing the little brother talk. I'm just excited to talk about Notre Dame and Ohio State. Big matchup this week. Election Monday, Inauguration Monday, Martin Luther King Day Monday. Just something that I noticed as I was looking at the calendar. So it's definitely plenty of storylines. We're saying I think Marcus Freeman is one of the second or third young coaches to ever be in the national championship. So
just trampled all over it. We
let's
had it.
let's restart.
Do it again.
I can't remember how we got into it.
Welcome to Kyle App presented by Agnox. My name is Tom Ag and I'm joined by Billy and Agjack. It is National Championship Week, our last show of football season, and thank God Texas isn't in it.
Hey, none of that little brother energy, bro. We're out. Okay, one more time.
I'm gonna go do this fake reaction again. Like I just can't.
Well, then
I can't keep doing this.
Welcome to Kyle App presented by Agnox. My name is Tom Ag and I'm joined by Agjack and Billy. It is National Championship Week, our last show of football season. Thank God Texas isn't in it. Welcome to Kyle App presented by Agnox. My name is Tom Ag and I'm joined by Billy and Agjack. It is National Championship Week, our last show of the football season, and thank God Texas isn't in it.
Hate to see that little brother energy out of you, Tom. It's obviously sad to be the last football show of the year, but I'm focused on the national championship. We're focused on Notre Dame, Ohio State, two really good teams going at it. Marcus Freeman, first coach of Black and Asian descent at the same time.
Bro, cut that DEI shit out too. I'm disappointed to hear that DEI bullshit.
Marcus Freeman doesn't give a shit about it. He shut it down. They tried to get him to take the bait on stage last week, and he said, actually, it's about the boys. So love to see that out of our guy. Seems like he would be a good dude.
Perfectly set up. Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Inauguration Day on Monday. Maybe cancel each other out?
It has to. It has to.
I do feel like Marcus Freeman shutting down the DEI thing, it almost is tipping the scales more towards Notre Dame for me because it's the inauguration and MLK. Like it feels like it's more shifting that way than definitely anything Ryan Day based. That's for sure.
Dude, and I also feel like Ryan Day is the kind of guy who drives like a jacked up truck. Whenever he goes out to the club, he has his buttons on his shirt, but like undone. He's got chest hairs popping out. He's got a gold chain on. I don't know how old he is. He's probably like 52 years old with like 3 kids. He's
45.
just a gross individual.
He has like the chest hair of like a guy in an 80s movie that's supposed to be like a Jewish Hollywood producer.
Yeah, dude, solid Jewish vibe going on there.
Like the tight sleeves, like the like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder type of vibes.
He also looks like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I'm going to go much more in the Alvin the Chipmunks route. I think y'all fantasizing about what Ryan Day looks like without a shirt on is a little zesty potentially, but definitely gives me like a Dr. Seuss face type vibe or like Alvin the Chipmunks kind of thing going on, especially when he does not have the beard. I'm glad he has been growing the beard because I think it kind of hides that aspect of it.
He fucking paints his beard, bro.
Yeah, that shit's died.
What do you mean?
He always has like the same like expression of being like sad and confused.
He also has the same like blonde spot or bleach spot in his beard, almost like he forgot it with the fucking brush.
Is he Asian too? He's kind of got a little.
The bleach spot is possibly the worst example you could have used for someone who would dye their beard. That's would be the definition of someone who does not dye it, I would say.
Dude, it's factual. He dyes his beard. That is a fact. That's not my opinion. That is factual.
Ryan Dajan.
I don't think that.
Ryan Dajan, yeah.
Unfortunately, but
dude, fucking Google it.
I mean, we'll talk about the national championship matchup. I want to talk about Notre Dame first. We're talking about Marcus Freeman. I really like him as a coach. I think he's got a bright future. But I do unfortunately think this Notre Dame team is on fraud alert. We're gonna just talk about their schedule. I mean, we played them close. Week 1.
Yeah, before you talk about that, what about the whole fact that we played this team first and we were not afraid of them whatsoever? And the whole time leading up to our game, they were like, there's no juice in the practice. This team looks like shit. They don't care. Everyone's worried about them. And now they're in the national championship.
Who did they play to this point? Who did they beat?
Us.
No. College football playoff wise.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana,
Indiana.
Georgia.
Just stay in your lane here, Jack. Right. Georgia without Carson Beck and Penn State. I mean, it's essentially being like the Big Ten winner. Like, I'm not giving them that much credit for the Georgia win. It's like, was Georgia's first game with their backup. It was a gross game across the board. Obviously, all that shit went down in New Orleans. I mean,
Okay, but we can all agree that Georgia is better than Texas. So Notre Dame could beat anybody in the SEC.
Georgia was better than Texas with Carson Beck. Yes.
No, they were better
No,
than
they
Texas
were
with their
down.
shitty backup too.
Like,
Yeah.
for like a quarter or half a quarter.
For a half, and Stockton was the reason they won the game, bro.
Damn, I didn't realize it was full half.
Anyways, this game feels like smash the under. Ohio State maybe chokes. Two good defenses and two mid to bad quarterbacks.
I'm going to say my gambling strategy, if you guys follow us in buckets, you know this has worked. Take Notre Dame to cover any first quarter spread that they're in the positive. Ohio State always starts slow. We've seen that. Obviously, it'd be a defensive game, but if they're, +3 in the first quarter, absolutely love it. Super lock. Lock that in.
Dude, I just think everybody's so high on Ohio State now. I think Notre Dame is the obvious pick. I think the line moved from 9.5 to 8, Jack?
I think it's still there, honestly. I don't know. It's different spots.
Dude, I just think too many people are on Ohio State for it to make sense to bet Ohio State.
I think the way that Notre Dame closed their season out, I mean, they didn't. After the Louisville game, they destroyed everybody. 49-7 versus Stanford, 31-13 versus Georgia Tech, 51-14 against ranked Navy, 52-3 against Florida State, 35-14 Virginia, 49-14 Army, 49-35 USC. They put up points. They've got a really good run game, I think they can play with anybody and they're super well coached. So I like them with the points. I like a sprinkle on the money line and I like the under. Ohio State at their best can kill everybody too.
My spicy take is Notre Dame is A&M not in the SEC this season.
No.
Yes. With a slightly better coach.
That's crazy. That's like the delusional Aggie fandom seeping through. We were not very good this year.
We would have beat every single team on this schedule. Absolutely.
They played USC, motherfucker. They beat the shit out of them.
We were better coached and we weren't in the SEC. It's a bowl game, dude. It's totally different. Come on.
I agree with that, but it's it is what it is. It happened.
USC still put up points on a great defense.
I feel like we would have lost to Army or Louisville.
Jesus. No, we would.
I feel like that is the A&M way. I agree with both of you there.
You can't agree with us. We're an opposite viewpoint.
I mean, yeah, I see there's definitely a pathway for these guys are frauds, but there's also a pathway for they got hot at the right time and they are capable of beating Ohio State, but it's just because Ohio State is capable of choking, in my opinion. I think that if on the other side, if it was Texas or Oregon or someone that's not as prone to being in this spot and choking as Ryan Day has been, then they probably lose. They probably just get beat.
Dude, I think Ohio State is too hot to continue, bro. I think, you know what I'm saying? They've been on a run here.
Well, yeah, but they didn't play that well against Texas, though. That's a game, arguably, that they should have lost. And we'll talk about that game.
Arguably, they should have been up by fucking 42 points. The only reason they didn't play well was because of their own fucking penalties.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's part of the game. I'm just saying, it was that close. We were a play away from that shit going to overtime, and God knows what happens.
Let's not get into that. It's too painful. I think let's look at Ohio State quickly. Stacked at wide receiver talent. Absolutely filthy, disgusting. The way they were, was it Jeremiah Smith, I think? The way they had a 3-player bracket on him at all times and are flexing the 3 targets, 1 reception. It's dude, you guys should have gotten smoked across the board. Egbuka's draft stock has fallen off a cliff just because he has all single coverage and is getting nothing. But I definitely I like Ohio State's QB by a ton in this matchup. I'm going to say 28-17 28-10 final score.
Dude, no. Will Howard's a protege of Colin Klein. He's gonna choke. He doesn't have it in him in the big spotlight. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
know what?
Saying I'm picking Notre Dame here. I'm gonna go 31-24. I'm gonna say Ohio State has a choke job for the first entire half. Notre Dame takes a jump on them.
You're saying Riley Leonard scores 31 points? That's what we're saying?
I'm saying Riley Leonard, who is an Elko protege, scores 31 points.
I'm gonna say 19-17 Notre Dame. And it's just like a slog ass game, ends in like a field goal.
Sounds terrible.
I think that these are really two good defenses, and watch this just be an absolute shootout. But I don't think Riley Leonard's very good. And I think that if they're going up against a team that's more talented than they are up front, and they actually have to like do more than just run the ball and bully other teams, then it puts them in a tough spot. And I think Ohio State will also choke. So it'll just be like a slugfest and kind of ass.
We're all on the same page that Ohio State chokes, except for Billy.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say the only credit I'll give Notre Dame, that hype video they made before the Indiana game, was a Young Jeezy song. I can't remember what it was. I haven't heard it in so long. That's the type of shit that it's like the vibes that you set at the beginning of the postseason where you're like, dude, we're not losing. It's just not happening. So that's I'm solely crediting that, nothing to do with Riley Leonard if they take the dub there.
Argument for A&M's sake. Is it better or worse for A&M in 2025 if Notre Dame wins the national championship?
Better, obviously. Well, assuming that we win. Yeah, I guess either way.
Well, that's the thing, is like, does it matter? Because I had a conversation with this about somebody. It's like, if they win, does it carry over to next year and help us with our strength of schedule?
No. Just look at Michigan this year.
Exactly. So it probably doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, if I had to pick better or worse, I would say like slightly better, but it's probably negligible. If they lose 4 games, then they lose 4 games.
Low key, are we going to go to that game?
We'll see. Ag Docs, baby, on the ground.
Kind of wanted to. All right, let's move on from national championship. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I mean, any like bold predictions or anything like that?
Riley Leonard runs 3 in for touchdowns.
Wow.
You saw it.
Jeter makes 3 kicks for Notre Dame, not including extra points.
That's crazy that you had your score as 28-10, but he's going to make 3 kicks?
Yeah.
That's insane.
So they get the 1 point on a safety? What was it, a reverse safety or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get 1 point, but they'll find a way.
I think the 1 point is the reverse safety. It's like in
well, they get the DEI point on MLK Day.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so, fuck, I didn't even think about that.
They start out 1-0. Yeah.
Not the DEI point.
It's actually big.
Any predictions for Inauguration Day?
So I've actually been seeing a lot of shit on X about how there's definitely going to be some kind of event on January 19th. So the conspiracy starts with everything being related to 9/11. If you look at January 19th, that's 9/11. There's 2-1, 1-9. So that's on brand. But the conspiracy also is like, there's been multiple security officials of the Biden administration who say that expect something to happen in the next few days. And that's coming from the Biden administration. So I assume it's going to be something that benefits them.
Holy shit, dude. That's going to be the day after CJ Stroud ends the NFL's greatest dynasty. So
dude, I
maybe,
hope so.
Maybe it'll be like the fallout for that. Like maybe Mahomes.
I would not call the Texans the NFL's greatest dynasty.
Are you fucking
the Chiefs? The Chiefs at the NFL's greatest dynasty.
That was the joke. Yeah, terrible. I don't know. It's a big week, big weekend. Lots of football.
I kind of hope the screaming no person comes back for inauguration. Like gives us the round 2.
That would be awesome. Did you guys see like they were asking Trump about TikTok and he's like, TikTok is fantastic. I was actually up 34 points with the youth due to TikTok. We're going to do the best we can to bring it back.
Yeah, Trump just forgot that he Can't run again. He's like, fuck. TikTok, though. TikTok got me elected.
Yeah. TikTok will be replaced. There'll be something else. Maybe we do ag talk. That's our next move.
I mean,
We already have that.
there's already several replacements for TikTok. It's just nobody can figure out the fucking algorithm like TikTok can.
Would it be ag talk or tick knocks?
Anyways,
Texas lost. Fuck Texas. That was euphoric. My God. Let's talk about that.
My God, yeah, that was fucking euphoric.
So let's talk about that whole game. Ohio State's getting bludgeoned by penalties. It felt like they were in total control in the first half. They let Texas hang around. Texas ties it with like 40 seconds left. And then they give up that like 80-yard fucking screenplay, which is just like you only see that happen in like CFB 25 type shit.
that's a textbook call. Absolutely textbook call in NCAA 25. If you're playing your boy and you're like, damn, I just gave up that touchdown, 30 seconds left. Let me run a couple screens and see if I can make a play.
Blitz call was almost as bad as the Sark toss sweep call at the end. So I don't understand what they were thinking, like especially after they got gifted on that 0 blitz in the Arizona State game. They're just sending everybody as if like, I don't know, like you're going to make a play with 20 seconds left in the half? No. Go to halftime 14-7, come back. Things were shaky in the second half. And it looks like Texas is driving downfield to score. They got to like what, the 1 or 2 yard line at the end of the game?
Yeah, they were on I think it was first and goal from the 1.
The 1 yard line, yeah.
Yeah, so how many options does this fucking Texas team have? They've got 2 NFL running backs. They've got Arch. And what do they decide to do?
Halfback stretch.
The greatest halfback stretch of all time.
Actually, I got corrected on Twitter. They're calling it HB toss.
HB toss, whatever.
All right, fair.
Sweep, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just a crazy call by Sark. Like he gets in his own head, and they lose like 5 yards on that play, and then obviously Ohio State gets a stop. That fourth down, seeing them close in on Quinn, it happened in slow motion, and then the ball gets knocked out, and you're like, oh my God, like we definitely stopped them. Now all they have to do is get a first down, and the game's over. And then he scoops that shit and just started running in slow motion down the fucking sidelines, everyone losing their minds, and just like the full relief of all of everything with those fucking fans.
Dude,
it was glorious.
The shameless plug here is that video of Ewers getting sacked in the scoop and score, that is actually saved on my phone. Like in the Photos app, that is saved in my phone. It's shameless, I know. It's bad. But that was a great moment for just life. Like I was jumping up and down, screaming at my TV, yelling "Go!" It felt great, euphoric, as you said earlier.
I honestly couldn't remember a time, and this is sad too, but I couldn't remember a time where I was like that excited in a football game since I was like a little kid. I was like, "Go, go, go, go!" It was just. I was like, fuck yes. It was one of those things where it's like, damn, we're going to remember that play for a long time. Because that was everything about it was just like, it went from them tying the game and sending it to overtime to like, it's over.
I would think this was A&M playing the way we're glazed. I actually was talking to a kid at work today who went to Texas. And I was like, yeah, man, tough weekend. And he's like, yeah, dude. And I was like, I was kind of pumped to see it. I'm not going to lie. And he was like, oh, yeah? Like, you go to like Ohio State? And I was like, nah, way better. Went to A&M. I was like, I actually felt way better where like we already won. Like I don't even have to care necessarily about the outcome of next week. I'm like, oh damn, maybe we won that game, but like the national championship loss would hit different. So like, nah, bro. Actually, my worries are over. Yeah. I've won at this point.
Because the stress levels of them being in the national championship, because again, like everyone, they're like preseason number 1 next year, blah, blah, blah. That shit doesn't matter. There's more parity in the sport now. If you miss your window, and I don't think Arch is a sure thing, that was a year that they had a shot, and that's behind us. So let's go into next year and hope that it's like the collapse is impending, because it can come at any moment. Like his record is so close to fucking Sumlin.
No, Jimbo.
It can fall off a cliff. Huh?
Jimbo.
Oh, was it Jimbo?
Yeah.
Whatever, Jimbo. But yeah, I mean that was awesome. And like we have that play always, and we can reply to Texas fans with it.
Yeah, no, I've been doing it already. And the good thing about their schedule is it's not like they got a cupcake SEC schedule this year. But dude, Florida's coming. Like all these teams that had down years in the SEC, they're fucking coming. Like it's not like they're going to be dog shit next year too.
No, they have a tougher schedule next year for sure.
No, I mean it's the
And
same
so do
schedule,
we.
but it's just those teams had down years this year. Like it'll be better next year. We'll see. But yeah, so Quinn Ewers, as of today, declared for the draft. I don't know about that. A little questionable. Me personally, I would have hit the portal, grab my $6 million, and then become a 3rd-round pick next year.
Before you keep going, their first game next year is at Ohio State.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that.
they scheduled those out of conference ones before they realized they were joining the SEC. It's a bitch when that happens.
That comes
They're
back.
at Georgia versus
Dude,
Arkansas.
guaranteed they go 8-4 next year, and it's going to be fucking melon-fluous, bro.
I mean,
Wait.
they could.
Actually, crazy when you think about it. Texas's first game is Ohio State next year. Our first game is Notre Dame.
No, third game
No.
is Notre Dame.
Yeah, they moved it.
They moved it?
Yeah, it's
Correct.
third. It's
Oh, that's actually way
September.
better for us. Let's wait. We get a couple warm ups in.
It's so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, so much fucking
But
better. I
still,
don't want to go against that
crazy.
team in week 1.
Who are we playing week 1?
Some
It's-
bullshit team.
Yeah, it's like a shitty team, right? We have 2 bad games, and then we go to Notre Dame. But
Sick if us and Texas were playing each team in the national championship. That would have been sick.
okay, sneaky.
We
We start, dude. Honestly, like this is not as easy as it looks. UTSA first game. No,
Whoa, what are we talking
Jeff
about?
Traylor's a good coach, bro. You got to be careful there.
no. So it's UTSA and Utah State. Both are like good for being bad teams. They're like good bad teams.
Those should be good warm ups that we should win by 30 points each.
That's what I'm saying. They're not like total cupcakes where we're going to be going through the motions. Like you have to actually show up. So yeah, and then it's at Notre Dame September 30th.
Cinema. Right after 9/11, Tom. Just something to think about. It's big.
Yeah, that's going to be an event.
But we want to talk about Quinn. I don't really have much to say about Quinn. He's kind of a bum.
I hope he gets drafted in the top 5.
Dude, he's
Dude.
probably going to the Panthers. That'd be such a movie.
Dude, that would be legendary movie.
Don't need a quarterback.
Anyways, let's talk about A&M football. No firings. Are we waiting for the national championship to be over before we start
Yeah.
our off season, or what's good? What are we thinking?
All I know is that if anyone was reporting on a firing, maybe they were early. There wasn't any reporting. It was more just rumors and vibes that was going on. Jay Bateman should not have a job.
Okay, guys, it was an emotional reaction to the bullying.
It wasn't.
Okay, but you're missing the point. Klein was the problem all year.
Thank you.
They both were.
Thank you.
It doesn't Bateman should be not of concern. Genuinely. Elko is running that fucking defense. Who cares? Klein is our biggest blocker that we could have to being good in any way. It clearly did not work across the board. The scheme was horrific. But
I've thought about this, and I'm not making excuses, but I think that them completely overhauling the receiver room is very indicative of how they felt about how those guys played and how they fit in the system. So it's we bring in Concepcion, we bring in Micah Hyde, Micah Hudson. We lost Noah Thomas. He went to Georgia. That was pretty big, and he should have stayed. Noah Thomas should have stayed.
I
But
didn't get that one either, but yeah.
I think we go from a bunch of slow possession receivers that couldn't separate to the exact opposite. So when these guys are running schemes, like a lot of it's like rubs downfield and like different things, and like the ball's supposed to go here, or you're supposed to like stretch this guy here. If you have different skill sets in those spots, it can make it look completely different. So
Dude, that's like
all
being
right.
like, okay, I'm a chef. I'm like one of the world's, I'm like one of the top 15 chefs in the world, but like I can only cook like Mexican food.
no,
So, all right, hold on.
Mexican
Real
food.
quick, for perspective here. Has Colin Klein put a receiver in the NFL?
I don't know.
It's Kansas
No.
State, dude. Like, come on.
But how long was he at Kansas State?
I mean, who were his receivers in college while he was a quarterback? Did they go to the
That is
NFL? Because I'd
just
say
that is
no.
not even remotely the same discussion at all. Of
I also think
The guy's ass. He's hard garbage, bro. He should have been fired.
okay, it's gonna be one of two things, right? Like it's gonna be one side where it's like next year we come out and it's like, damn, we got the receivers. He had a second year with this quarterback. He might have learned from his mistakes first year and now it takes off. Or the other side of it is like we fire him in the middle of the year and it's like, why the fuck did we not fire him in the offseason?
yes,
It's
that
gonna
is
be
exactly
one or the
what's
other.
going to happen.
Yeah. So but like having that foresight, like there's got to be some of that within A&M. There's got to be some of that within Elko or the higher ups, right? Like I think he's a smart enough guy to see that if that's how he felt.
I don't think the higher ups are smart enough to feel that way.
But everyone's shitting on Klein. It's not like those guys are just deaf to it all.
I mean, they spent a lot of money. I think y'all are the ones who said this. They spent a lot of money to go get that fucking bitch.
The issue is, and I think this is where Elko as a hire could wind up being a shortcoming, is he has no network. He doesn't have pull. Elko's not calling fucking Bobby Petrino and saying, come be my coordinator. He's not there. He just doesn't have the clout for that yet. I feel like Colin Klein, who is literally 35 years old, has been an offensive coordinator for basically not that long, just so everyone's on the same page, is getting a premier job in the country. And like Elko's just like hands off, like, hey, bro, you got offense. All good. Figure it out. You got
I
it.
think he is hands off. I think he's kind of like he's involved in everything. But it's tough. It's like we're not going to know until we know for this and hope that the receivers and second year Marcel and the running backs are all coming back, which by the way, the running backs are all coming back. Like that's a thing. That's going to be a fucking good running back room. And you got Marcel. Like Marcel year 2, if he actually turns into what you think he could, like it's going to cover up all of the deficiencies of the offense and make Klein look a lot smarter too. So it's tough. You never know. In football, there's like so many moving parts.
You're never going to guess Colin Klein's first year as a offensive coordinator
What's up?
went 8-5. How about that?
And so he's perpetually fucking mid.
Let's see. How much you want to bet 2023 is the same record? Ooh, 9-4. Just saying, bro. Maybe he's not it. Maybe he is simply not it. Maybe he is not experienced enough for this type of level.
He could maybe grow into that.
Is
Like,
that
I'm
where we're
not-
at? Are we hiring project offensive coordinators when like we're
He's
dumping?
35 years old.
I don't
Just
give a
feels like we're
fuck how
dumping
old
the
he
money
is.
into it to like maybe he'll be.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like, I think we should have fired both coordinators, but that's not good for stability. Like, sometimes you just got to sit in it and let's figure this out. Like, let's
Bro,
develop.
no, if you gotta fucking sit in it, you change your fucking. It's the same thing with coaching. Like this
Your
fucking
diaper,
ridiculous.
bro. Tom knows. Tom knows about
Exactly.
shapes.
All right, well, that brings us to if we're talking about trying to fire coaches on the spot every time you see anything bad, every incompletion, fire Klein. Every missed basketball shot, fire Buzz. We're talking Aggie basketball. 2 losses in a row. They lose to Kentucky. They lose to Alabama. Both without Wade Taylor. They fought hard in both games. It's very clear what the identity of the team is. They cannot score. They
Without Wade Taylor, to be clear.
well,
Almost like it's a coaching problem. It's crazy.
but they are scrappy as fuck. They're good defense.
Oh, they're scrappy as fuck. This is literally the same conversation we're having about fucking Klein, dude.
No, we don't.
No, I actually disagree.
Buzz
I
this
think-
course has fucking run, dude. Like, get rid of his ass. Tournament appearances are mandatory.
All right,
like-
who are you hiring?
We're gonna make
There are
the
literally
tournament.
32 other better coaches on a yearly basis than Buzz.
All right.
We're gonna make the tournament. Is that what you're saying? You're saying we're not gonna make the tournament?
I'm just saying in years past we haven't.
No, but we made the tournament 2 years in a row. And then last year we lost on like a buzzer beater.
In what? In what round?
Second round, right?
Wow.
But yeah, we beat Nebraska.
It's almost like we went further with Billy Kennedy's autistic ass.
All right. Well,
Oh,
isn't
chill.
Billy Kennedy like dying?
Actually, yeah.
Shit.
Anyways.
Shit.
Anyways. No, that's just ridiculous. I think I'm discounting basically any game we lose without Wade Taylor. I don't care. Especially when it's a ranked top 15 team.
Yeah.
Pass. Like Kentucky
They're
was
all in our conference, bro. This is going to come back and bite us in the ass.
Don't get me wrong. Like the Kentucky game was significantly worse. We looked like we had been figured out without Wade Taylor versus who was it, Bama before? But
Bama, we played well.
The Oklahoma game we played, we came back without Wade on the road, down 18.
Oklahoma is ass, bro.
Tom is approximately a beer and a half deep and is just yapping from the hip right now. But
Nah, bro. I went to Julio's before this. Got a couple marks.
Julio.
It is.
Anyways, I'm just saying, guys. Like, when have we been? When was the last time we were top 15 in the country at all?
Well, we have been quite.
It's not like we're gonna finish there, bro. Who
2016?
fucking cares?
No, we were like top 5 last year.
I am
for a time. We were.
I don't think that's right.
We were top 10 at least last year at the beginning of the year.
That's just not true.
I'm pretty sure it's fucking true. I remember it because it's always like, damn, they always collapse. But the SEC is amazing this year in basketball. We're going to make the tournament. I think we're the type of team that can beat anybody or lose to anybody. I'll hold to that. And until Wade Taylor comes back, I mean,
last year, just really quick, our last year in the AP poll, our highest ranking was 17, and that was the last week of the season.
What about the year before that? Are you sure about that?
I'm looking at it.
Well, okay,
actually,
so
hold on. This maybe it considers 2024 last year.
All right, well, I'm just going to talk while you're doing that.
Yeah,
the emergence of Zurich Phelps as like an absolute bucket getter, pair that with Wade Taylor, if they're both actually like on, and then the rest of the team's doing their thing, and we get like someone shows up every game, a third guy shows up every game, that's a team that can get deep in the tournament.
Get deep in your tournament.
Yeah, about to say, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, last year we were preseason 15, as high as 12, but week 2, I don't count it. Anyways,
your expectations are mid.
This year, expectations. Yeah, what are we expecting? I'm expecting tournament. I think for sure. I would say we got to win 2 games in the tournament for me to feel moved.
Yeah, you got to get to the Sweet 16. You got to get to the second weekend. But I think what I'm saying is like I think that this is allowing them to like play without their best player and see what everybody else has got. And like Phelps has stepped the fuck up, and they're deep. They've got a lot of decent players. I hate Hefner, dude. Can't stand him.
Feeling racist, bro.
I can't stand watching that guy play. He's so bad.
He's the least talented player on our team.
Yeah.
Most heart. What is it? Most heart?
That's the problem with Buzz is like it's too much of that. It's like we can be hustle and heart. That's awesome. But like you can also get good players and then turn them into that.
Okay, but like clearly he's like he's probably one of the best players on our team because he's playing. Like it's not like we're just like, well, throw Hefner in there. It also feels like he's been in A&M for like 6 years.
You think that? No, that's what I'm saying is like the fact that he's getting as many minutes as he does just because he's like scrappy. Because he can't. He's bad. He makes like several bad plays every game.
You're talking about the token white boy?
Yes. It's just tough. Like every time he gets the ball, you're like, no, why?
Why did you say it like that?
Sorry, dude. It's true.
All right. Let's get this thing rolling. Baseball preseason number 1 layup. We knew that shit was popping. National expectations, national championship expectations, bar none.
Yep.
It's a failed season if we don't win it.
All right.
It is.
No, I think that Omaha is not a, is a
Yeah,
good season.
I'm gonna go deep into Omaha is a successful season. Maybe not national
Fuck that.
championship deep, but
Dude, what are
dude,
you all
things
saying?
happen in baseball, man.
This is like
Like,
y'all were saying this Georgia shit at the beginning of the year.
Dude, the way that Tennessee played last year, where they're just like a juggernaut and like they're a machine, that's the type of team we need to be next year. I saw someone say like they're expecting us not to have someone hit under 300 this year.
all right, that's insane.
What are,
That's insane.
what are we talking about? It's college baseball.
Dude, baseball is a hot and not game, dude. It's gonna be whoever is the hottest team, like may beat us in Omaha.
We're gonna go undefeated.
Okay. That's a lot. That is a lot.
That'd be so sick though. Could you imagine?
Dude, fucking it's all because Lampkin's returning.
Yeah, we brought Lampkin back. And we brought Jace back. We told Jace after the pod, we were like, bro, just stay.
He did
We
say,
told him
"Damn,
we-
y'all are actually right. I might just stay."
We got to have Jace back on, and I think he would come back on because he's just like, he's very responsive. Whenever we tag him in something or like reply or say anything, he's always like immediately on it.
Yeah.
He's a very cool guy.
Yeah, solid guy. Laviolette, solid guy.
Jace Laviolette. And then we gotta have his butt buddy on. Shot.
Dude, I think Shot thinks he's too cool for us.
Yeah, he just like ghosted. That was wild. All right, let's you undo Cringe Fest and then War Room.
Yeah, let me handle. I'll kick us off for Cringe Fest quickly. This one will be short. Watch the Ohio State Texas game with my brother, Texas grad. Very cringe behavior before, and he does this before every single game that I've ever discussed with him ever. Is he? Oh yeah, we're probably gonna lose. Yeah, like I'm expecting to lose. Like we should lose by 2 touchdowns. Like if we don't lose by 2 touchdowns, it's like a huge step. So it's just like this whole like basically, yeah, like I don't even care. Like oh, like if we're gonna lose for sure. So like if anything, like yeah, like we're definitely gonna lose. Like we're not that good. And then it's like the second they when they're like, oh, never a doubt, bro. Like fucking hook them, dude. And I'm just like, okay, bro. You have to like put your nuts on the line at some point here. We're in the semifinals. Like it's time to show that you think you can win at some point.
It's the emotional hedge.
But it's like just bullshit. I'm like, I don't think I've ever said like, yeah, we're probably gonna lose. And like actually meant it.
We say that sometimes.
Yeah, we say that a lot.
No, but if you say it like every week,
yeah, they say that in games where it's like they can win.
you said that before the Arizona State game. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's
That's
like, oh,
they
nice.
should have lost,
they're
bro,
rested,
without
bro.
the refs.
They're rested. Scottaboo was pretty good, bro.
Hate watching Texas is just a different experience because like the cameras will catch the fans like on third downs or if someone gets injured, they stand there and like put up the horns. It's so gay. They're just like and they hold it up.
That's
And
not a
it's
third
just-
down. Yeah, that's like not a third down tradition. Like, please.
Or whatever. They hold it up for anything that fucking happens. Yeah. It's like a 3-yard catch. They put them up. You're gay. How are like that? What if we did that? Like, what if we did that? They don't get they're so sneaky, not made fun of. If we held our thumbs up, that would be crazy.
No, the thumb would be way too easy to be like.
Awful.
You like that thumb up your ass, boy? Yeah.
Okay, I have another cringe fest. My cringe fest is. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? There's this guy on like Reddit, college football, who said that he would chop his dick off if Notre Dame won the national championship this year. So he posted an update where the subject was addressing the dick bet. Hello, fellow degenerates. As many of you are aware, 2 months ago I made a bet that I would chop off my humongous ding-dong if the Notre Dame Fighting Irish won the CFB playoffs. At the time, it seemed like a safe and comical bet as Notre Dame had only played against our nation's troops and were looking like the next fraud alert. However, due to flawed playoff seeding and Carson Beck's weak pussy ass, I have found myself in a situation where Notre Dame will be playing for national championship next week, placing my dick right on the chopping block. I just wanted to make it very clear that if Notre Dame wins the national championship, I will firmly stick to my word and receive a professional surgery that will safely remove my penis. The timeline for this, though, will have to be flexible, as I do have to consider my wife, who would like to have at least 2 children. In the event that I have to follow through with my bet, she has agreed to accelerate our family planning so I can get to the surgery as soon as possible. I refuse to let my team be cursed, and if it means that I will lose my cock in the process, then so be it.
The real thing is people like that should not be allowed to have children.
Also, by the way, like his wife is okay with that? Like what?
She was like, yeah, as long as you put a baby in me, like I'm down for you to chop your dick off because for internet clout that people who don't know you.
My opinion is that this guy saw the dude who ate the who said he was going to eat dog shit. Well, yeah, he ate it. So he eventually, because he cursed Florida State, because he cursed them. So he sees the curse and he's trying to get out in front of it. He's like, because the internet would come after him if he didn't chop his dick off, and they'd be like, "Where's this guy chopping his dick off?" And then there's immense pressure to actually chop your dick off. And if you come out with this messaging after the fact, you're going to look like a clown. So you got to get out in front of it. And you got to say, listen, actually, the timeline stretched out. No one's going to remember this in 2 years.
I mean, this is just wild behavior, though. Like this should not be condoned.
I feel like people will remember this in 2 years. Like, if anything, like people will be setting calendar invites versus like if you just said, obviously, I'm not cutting my own dick off because a football team won. Like it would be like, hey, like, good for you. Like you took it on the chin, I guess. It's like. You'll be like, nah, bro, you got to cut it off. Like, we got to see it, or I'm coming to cut it off for you.
What team does he root for? Like, who would be cursed if he didn't chop his dick off?
I don't know. Was it in his fucking bio?
I thought he was. Is he a Notre Dame fan or no?
He's definitely not a Notre Dame fan.
No. Who's Notre Dame's like nemesis?
It might be Michigan. I don't know. I can't tell.
It's kind of like their only rival. That and laws for minor abuse.
Because it's like, I don't think I would chop my dick off for A&M. Like, I don't.
No, I don't
chop
think
my dick
so
off for
either.
anything. Could you imagine like 40 years from now and you have no dick because you cut it off for fucking college football?
That could have been the war room. What would you chop your dick off?
I think we already did that.
Quite literally nothing. I would kill myself before I did that.
Any other cringe fest or anything cooking? That's it, man. It just sucks. It's crazy. We've gone through 3 football seasons as Agnox, so proud of us for doing it and excited to see season 4.
Senior year, bro. Let's go.
Damn, dude. Agnox is fucking 4 years old now.
Well, we're not all the way through the 3rd season yet. Like, we got to still... We're going to get to March Madness, and then we have baseball, which is going to be awesome.
Yep. We'll do at least one podcast for baseball for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
Thank
we
you.
We doing War Room? What?
Whoa. What was the War Room again?
He's trying to jump off the fucking pod. Excuses to get off of work was the War Room we were going to do. I didn't know if we were doing an ad read or if that's going to be a...
All right. Ad read.
Did they renew their contract?
Dude, they're trying to up the numbers after... Leighton Travel has had a lot of success. Shout out to Leighton Travel, regardless, for planning my honeymoon. That was sick.
That's the ad.
Yeah, that's it.
No, give them the full read.
Kyle Lab is brought to you by Leighton Travel.
Talk about their success. Why are they successful?
Ready to leave the country because you're illegal? Hit up some Aggie away games or just disappear from society for a bit? Leighton Travel has you covered. Leighton Travel is Aggie owned and operated. Check them out at LeightonTravel.com. Tell them Agnox sent you. Now,
all right, War Room is excuses to get off of work. And we're going to go Tom first.
Dude, a grandparent's death.
Hold on. I feel like we have to hold on. We have to give context of why we're even talking about it. I feel like we were saying it's the second week of the year. Everybody's, or wait, hold on. I'm just going to put this out there. New Year's resolution as an option.
I feel like we did we do that?
We already did that. So the discussion is basically it's the second week of the year. Last week didn't really count. Now it's like, damn, 12 full months ahead of me of work. What does it look like? Here we are. Here's a reason to get out. Go ahead, Tom. Just had to tee you up real quick, baby.
All right. Yeah. 1-1, grandparent's death. The thing is like, dude, you got 2 of them. You got 4 of them, honestly. This is 4 straight excuses where no one will question shit. In the same year, too, because oh, yeah, it's a real sad situation. I didn't even know my grandparents, but I'm milking 4 sick days or 4 PTO days per year on that excuse.
Putting that on Game and Papa like that is crazy.
Yeah, dude, talk about curses, bro. Jesus.
Dude, that's their lasting gift to me, man. I could just switch jobs and I know I got 4 straight PTO days. No one asks any questions.
And honestly, you could just keep going with grandparent deaths. You could probably get up to 8 of those, and you'd be like, "No, I have a step
It was
grandparent."
my step grandmother who
Yeah,
died.
and I really loved her.
Yeah, she was actually more like my grandma than my grandma. But you got to go step grandma after your regular grandma.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Billy.
I love a good like my dog is sick. Like people are always just like, damn, you're right. Go take care of your dog. And it's like you're never really putting like you never. It's always like I left the chocolate out, and like they just got into it. Like there's nothing I could do, and I have to be at the vet all day. Like I literally have to be there because
Dude,
there's
I
just no
think
way.
that's such a fucking cop out. Whenever people give me that excuse, I'm like, your dog is sick. Are you fucking kidding me? Grow the fuck up.
Dude, it's either that or if you I don't have kids, but then they'd be like, oh, my kid's sick, whatever.
Dude, I have
Then
3
you don't want to put that
dogs.
on your kid. You just be like my dog got into chocolate. I have to go get their stomach pumped. Like whatever.
Sounds good. Drop him off at the vet. I'll see you in an hour.
That's my child, bro. You don't understand. He's family to me.
Yeah, dogs are family. What the fuck?
They are family, bro, but
I've had to miss a lot of things for my dogs. The homies.
they're fucking dogs.
I mean, it's a reason to get out of work. Like
Fair
I feel
enough.
like it's like unquestionable. Everyone's like, yeah, fuck it.
You can use dogs to get out of anything. Fuck.
It's true. My dog bit our neighbor. Now I gotta go fucking put him down. Shit. It's gonna be like a week for me.
Jesus Christ. All right.
All right. I'm going to go. I got back to back. I'm going to go your house burned down.
Damn, I was gonna say that. That's a good one. Especially if in LA.
Yeah.
God, that's good.
Sorry, my house burned down. I'm currently homeless. The insurance companies decided to pull my fire insurance, my fire coverage 2 months prior. My entire life is over. Just see how your boss like responds to that and then kind of go from there.
I genuinely wonder. I feel like those people have like I haven't encountered it at work yet, but like there's got to be people who have been like, I'm obviously not working. Like I don't have a home. What are you talking about that I'm
For sure.
gonna be like logging in today?
It's one of those things where they would like at first everyone would be super understanding, like, yeah, bro, take all the time you need. And then like 3 months down the line, they're still using that. And it's like, okay, bro, like, yeah, your house burned down. Like, let's go.
Like, where's this report at, bro? I'm gonna need that.
Okay. That's good. Second one. This one, my fucking housekeeper, good housekeeper, does a great job at my house. She always has car trouble, like every week. No, sir, my car's stuck in traffic, sir. Every time she texts me that shit. And she always has car trouble with her little clown car. She fits fucking 12 cleaning ladies in that bitch.
Bro, do you read it in that accent?
Yeah, dude. She goes, please, sir. No, like, it's the same every time. Please, sir, my car no start, sir. Please, can I come Thursday? And I'm like, yes, you can come Thursday. Jesus Christ. But then it's like Thursday, it fucks up the schedule because she comes at 1 instead of 9, and then we're walking the dogs. It's just different. But yeah, the car trouble, that's an easy way to get out anything because it's like, I'm not going to, like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to ask for a picture of like your tire popped or something like that. Like, I believe it. It's fine.
Is the most out of touch fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
What is she gonna send you a picture of a car that doesn't start? It's just a car.
No. All right.
Like she's gonna open the
No.
She's lying. She's definitely lying. She just fucking books people instead of me that week.
She probably just someone else is paying more than you.
Yeah, for sure. That, but also, anytime you get a flat tire, take a picture of the flat tire. Just a pro tip.
Yeah, keep it. That's fine. I'm just saying.
Take
like,
multiple angles. Take 3 different angles. That is 3 days off per year.
I respect her. I respect the hustle. And like, that's the God's honest truth is like every year I go to her and I'm like, listen, I don't need you to come to my house every week. And then she's like, no, sir, please. I take $20 off. And I'm like, fine, fuck, dude. It's so cheap. Like my shit
Yeah,
is
maybe
cheaper.
that's why her car's breaking down because you're not paying her enough.
Yeah.
Dude,
Needs
her
the
car
oil
is
change, bro. They went up to synthetic prices.
their shit is held together by literal duct tape. Like they have duct tape holding their car together. It's amazing.
Bro, you need to give her a Christmas bonus or
If
something.
I give her
Yeah,
a Christmas
for real.
bonus, she gets a Christmas bonus. She loves it, dude.
Christmas bonus
I'm
is
It's
sure
just.
she
about
does.
yeah. All right, back to Billy.
I've got a out of the box one here. I'm just gonna say, what if you didn't get out of work, bro? What if you just went to work instead? What if you just grinded instead of just locked the fuck in instead of getting out of work? You just did work and finished it early. How about that? How about you finish all of your shit?
What do I put on the graphic?
Just say grind mode. Just say lock in.
It's
I
not
would
an
say
excuse to get off work. Like
that's a reason, bro.
it's
Like
not.
literally, you should call. You should all, if you're listening to this, you should be calling your landlord and telling him to raise your rent so you could grind harder. That should be your goal, is so you can make more bread.
That's what Agnox does.
I told him, I called my boss and said, lower my salary. I want to work
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah, I need to get that promotion again.
Yeah, to put me back down a level, bro. Let me earn that shit again.
So I'm just gonna put that down as a mental health day.
All right. Dude, all right. So put like in parentheses legacy on this one. Um I'm gonna go with the throwback, dude. Do you remember whenever it was like the call-in saying you had COVID? That was 2 fucking weeks minimum. If you were in office, that was 2 fucking weeks of remote work, guaranteed. And also a week of recovery.
Yeah,
That
like
was
guaranteed, like a
fucking
week of
nuts.
like I'm not working, like I'm dead.
Yeah, no, like you literally had an excuse to just not do your fucking job. Like 2 weeks of an excuse. Fuck Gam Gam and Grandma and Grandpa. Fuck that. Just say you have COVID.
Well,
That's fine.
but did you not have to produce a positive test or something?
Google a
No,
picture.
what the fuck? Who does that? If you do,
No.
okay, again,
He did that.
pro tip, get your buddy's positive COVID test. Get them to take a picture of that bitch.
You're like,
That's
bro,
it.
cough in my mouth, dog.
No, you don't have to get sick in the process. Just say you have COVID and have your buddy send you a picture of their positive COVID test. And your manager's like, can you send me a positive COVID test? And it's like, bang. Can you send me a doctor's note? Go online and just buy one for $10.
If your manager is asking you for a positive COVID test, you should
You need a new
probably
job.
just fire yourself anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, bro. Actually, I know you have COVID. You could just shoot me a picture of that test. I'd be like, yeah, I'm all set on this. I'm out.
Yeah, I resign.
Honorable mentions.
I was gonna do the house thing. Food poisoning is very solid. Food
That's
poisoning,
easy.
Yeah, that
Like-
is.
When I was a little kid, I used to chew up cereal at breakfast and literally be like, and then I would go spit it in the toilet. Worked legitimately 4 days in a row. It was unbelievable. It looks like people.
That's like sociopathic, but okay.
What do you mean? That was goaded.
If you hold in your coughs, it turns your body pale. You look sick as a dog. Easy.
That's
You guys
actually
are-
that is way crazier.
Yeah, this is wild.
Jesus. If you hold in your coughs.
I feel like we kind of got everything. Everything else would be like overgeneralized or just insane. What about I don't know.
Like
Being like,
diarrhea.
hey, like I gotta go on a vacation, bro. Like I have one life to live. Like I need to go somewhere.
That's what PTO is for, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know if that counts as like getting out of work. This is like more unplanned, I feel like. Ooh, you could say your wife is pregnant.
Dude, I just found out this
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
got pregnant.
Dude.
Wait, you can't say just got pregnant, dude. No one gives a shit about
Goes
that.
into labor.
There
Yeah,
you go.
False
There
alarm.
you
False alarm.
go, bro. Because that's a minimum. Like, you can be like, yeah, she was in labor for 27 hours. That's 2 days of work. Oh, she was in labor for 36 hours. That's 3 days of work. She
Also-
broke a record, 74 hours. That's 5 days of work right there.
No, but like anything over 6 months, you could be like, yeah, bro, she's in labor. It's crazy. It's hella early. And then like it like you're like, oh, that's crazy. It didn't happen. Like it was false alarm. Like
That was
it's
what
just still
that was
pregnant.
RG3. Remember he did that on that live broadcast where he was like, "Oh, my wife, I gotta get to her. She's having the baby." And then they're like, "Go RG3, go!" You know, like he did that on the field, and then like they just didn't have the baby, and he's like, "Oh no, It wasn't to go viral. All right. Good order.
Any final thoughts? Any peeving?
Shit. I think Cowdog might have quiet quit.
Dude, I think so too. He didn't respond to my text message.
Should we get out in front of this and just fire him right now?
No, honestly, I think it'd be funnier if we made it to where he couldn't quit. Forced him to be here, like not force him to be on the pod, but force him to be a part of it, and like always question where his whereabouts was when we were.
Yeah,
I think it'd be funnier if we did.
Just make him keep coming up with excuses to get off of work. This would have been perfect for him.
It was like, has this not been happening for like a year and a half now? Is that good? Is that going to start now? Is that what we're saying?
Well, he's not going to listen to this, so we could do every podcast that he's not on. Just be like, "Yep, Cowdog's been fired this entire time."
Damn, he's fired unless he shows up on the next podcast.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not firing Cowdog.
He's fired unless he listens to this and talks about it in the group text.
Yeah, he has too much PTO saved up.
Dude, yeah, he's nutting too much.
Yeah, dude, he is. He's too zen now.
He's way too chill, bro. Doesn't respond to the group text. Has that shit on mute.
Fake friend.
First off, you have it on mute too, bro.
Yeah, but I have a job.
Dude, I have a job too. My favorite thing to do is fucking text Jake at like 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday. That's
when you say it out loud, you kind of sound like a bitch, though.
I mean, sure, dude. Sounds like
he sounded actually pretty fucking hard saying that.
Actually, bro, that's my dog. You better step back.
Actually, you know what? I think it's a good idea. Let's dox Cowdog. Cowdog's real name is Barclay Wagner.
Shit.
And he's actually the brains behind this entire operation. So
should we expose him a step further? All right, we won't do it to him yet. We'll do it on the next pod if he doesn't bring this up.
All right, deal. Let's expose a little bit more personal information about Cowdog. Let's expose his address next time.
Oh, we can expose a lot of things.
Wait. I have his email. That's a little bit more of a taste. Let's give him the email right now. Okay, his email is barclaywagner1829@gmail.com. Everybody send him an email and ask why he quit.
This is why Kellen Mond didn't come to the tailgate.
Right here. No commitment.
Shit, is that it? We're not gonna have a show till March Madness probably. Or like probably SEC tournament-ish. Like whenever basketball gets fun and we have something to talk about, we'll come back.
Whenever people start watching basketball, we'll be back.
Yeah, that feels right. Good season. I mean, not the best. Next year's got to be better. Next year's got to be way better.
Don't get your hopes up. Thank you, guys.
Yo, what is happening to my shit?